Hey, this is Randy from BibleBuyingGuide.com. Today I'm taking a look at the Literary Study Bible from Crossway in the English Standard Version, ESV. This is a hand-sized Bible in cloth overboard, burgundy with some gold stamping that looks like it belongs in a library, Smythe sewn, 1,200 study notes, and the notes focus on literary elements of the Bible. We'll see those in a minute. It includes book introductions, when you're reading plan, single column text with a 9-point font. Has an elegant liner. And then, see, it's made in China. Several thick end sheets, and then we get into the text. The paper seems to be the same as they use in their other study Bibles. 30-something GSM, I don't really know. We start with the editor's preface, and this talks about what this Bible is and its focus and purpose. Then we get into an introduction. Now, this tells us about all the different literary forms and gives good descriptions of what they are. Literary genres, subject matter, archetypes and motifs, stylistics and rhetoric, artistry, reading and interpreting the Bible as literature, approaching the Bible as literature, and it steps through talking about what literature is and how it works in the Bible. This is a really good article. Literary forms, fallacies about literature. Good information about this, and then it shows how to use it. Then we get into our ESV preface and then our text. Each book includes a book introduction that covers the book in a glance, and then the types of genres found in the book, literary concepts. Most books have something like this, but most of them are different. Charts, storylines, characters, unifying motifs, inferred literary intentions, theological themes, Genesis as a chapter in the master story of the Bible. Each one has something like this, either as a chapter or as a master story. And then we get into the text. In this case, we start with a commentary. Commentary is a paragraph placed within the text. The text itself, 9-point font, printed with line matching, with about 14 words per line. It does not include section headings. Across the bottom, we have footnotes, and then across the top, we have the page number in the center, book name, chapter number, and verse number. And then the commentary is about an 8-point font, a little bit smaller, and then has more space between the lines with a line, so it stands out from the text. And then it includes a title and then the verse passages that it goes with. And then just a little bit of a paragraph about the types of literature that it's discussing in these passages. This is a black letter text, and it does include poetic setting. It is a black letter. So there's John, where we would normally see some red if it was a red letter edition. So here's the book introduction for Revelation, book at a glance, genres, symbolism. So each introduction is designed for that book and for that type of writing. In the back, we have a glossary of literary genres. This gives a definition of each literary term. Goes into detail, and it even gives some examples of how they're used and some places where they're used, and then it gives you a list of books to find more information. I like that. Daily reading plan is interesting. It's been organized into reading portions that match the passage divisions of the Literary Study Bible. So it's not just your common everyday reading plan. So it gives you the month and then the day, and then it has 4 different sets of readings, including Psalms and wisdom literature, Pentateuch and history of Israel, Chronicles and Prophets, and Gospels and Epistles. Tables of weights and measures. Then our maps. These are the muted colored maps, almost monotone. Look interesting. Not a lot of them, but there's a few in there. This is an interesting Bible. I like this. Hand-sized Bible, easy to carry. Let's take a look at the size. Almost 5.5. Almost 9. And just over 1.5 inches. Almost 1 3/4, but not quite. Then we'll weigh it. 2 pounds, 7.2 ounces. Just to get an idea of how it compares in size, here's a look at the ESV Thin Line. One of the most popular ESVs out there, so most people have seen this one, have an idea of what size it is. The footprint is about the same. The difference is the thickness, and then here is the text. So that's a quick look at the Literary Study Bible from Crossway. This is an excellent study Bible to learn about the literary forms. The articles are well written. There are 1,200 of them, but they don't get in the way of reading. I find it easy to read. I find it easy to ignore them when I want to. They're there when I want them, and I can just keep on reading if I don't want to see them. At the same time, they do give good insights on the literary types in the text. So if you're interested in literary types, literary genres, I highly recommend this study Bible from Crossway. This is the latest edition of this Bible. Crossway did supply it in exchange for an honest review. I'll post some links where you can make a purchase and where you can see the written review at Bible Buying Guide, where I always give more detail, and you can see some photos there. Thanks for watching.